Personal Adjustment Bureau.
Hi, Pat. You've been neglecting me.
Yeah, but think of all the trouble it saved me.
Huh? Now, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I haven't had to bleed over one of those fancy expense accounts of yours for nearly a month.
Oh, Pat, you've cut me to the quick.
Oh, sure. But no, well, looks as though I'll have to stick my neck out again.
So, what's the problem?
Well, Johnny, it's a real funny one.
So I'm laughing already?
No. I don't mean funny, ha-ha. I mean funny...
Envelope containing $520 in cash, and with it this note that reads, "Please put this in company treasury. It is money I took from your company on false pretenses. Now I can have a clear conscience." And it was signed Debtor. That's spelled D-E-T-T-E-R.
Funny.
Yeah, that's what I said to you over the phone. Here's another one. $800 enclosed. The sender identifying himself only as a sorry...
More conscience money, huh?
Yeah, that's right. People who collected on fraudulent claims or felt they didn't deserve the money they collected.
I see.
And, Johnny, there have been dozens of them over the years. Most of them have been small amounts, under $1,000. Some of them only $5 or $10.
In other words, not worth investigating to see what fraud they perpetrated and when.
Yes, exactly. But now, look here. This list of payments anonymously received, all of them from the same person.
Go overboard, Johnny, huh? But find out for me, will you?
Who knows? If I can.
Bye.